Hello, people. Hello, hello. Oh, excuse me. How are we doing? How's everyone? Today, oh, my foot. Goodness me. One second. Today, today we have some cruel and evil things to do. That's right. We're going to be playing Netrunner, except we're going to be doing it evil style. Got two decks that I am going to be experimenting with on this stream, and I should be able to stream for a couple of hours today. Like I don't have anything this evening. I would be celebrating Mother's Day, just like all of you probably have been. But my mum's actually got stuck in New Zealand because of the war, and her flights didn't go back, so she had to get like later flights. So until she gets back, there will be a postponed Mother's Day for me. So I'm on my own. That's all right. I have I have ways to take out frustration online, which is going to be playing my, I think, very good poetry list, and second to that, playing my potentially decent new version of Magic Man. Now, both of these are going to require some community cooperation because I don't want to just crush uh, casuals with it. Uh, I'm in the UK, so I'm in the UK, so I think we have a different Mother's Day over here. Um, there are Mother's Days differently depending on your country. I kind of have to celebrate too because I'm from New Zealand, but I live in the UK. So UK's one is today. Um, New Zealand one I think is in May or something like that. But I know that is different per different country. But that's true. I did say you all will be celebrating Mother's Day. That's not true. Most of my audience is not in the UK. In fact, like only a small percentage of them is in the UK, which is kind of nice because it means it's not just the people that I've met in person that subscribe. It's all over the world, which is very exciting. By the way, hello. How do I say your name? Kagol London 198, and Damon Faust. How y'all doing? So yeah, it should be Mother's Day for me. It is temporarily postponed, so I will be streaming instead. Oh, Lucy's online as well. Uh, let's just jump into a game, shall we? And I'll show you guys this poetry list, which you guys, if you know about poetry, you know that it was bad. And that everyone will have told you that it's bad because the text is bad, and they're all mostly wrong. Poetry was bad. Okay, let's actually bring up a little bit of history. This is Poetry Luxury Brands. Whenever you score an agenda, look at the top three cards of R&D. You may install one non-agenda card from amongst them. Whenever an agenda is stolen, you may install one non-agenda card from HQ. Wow. So people internally have to compare this to Sports Metal, which says whenever an agenda is scored or stolen, gain 2 credits or draw 2 cards. Now, I'll be the first to say it, okay? This text is way better than this text. It just is. This is a lot of flexibility. It fixes your, like, if you've got a handful of agendas and they start sweeping, this can save you, this can screw you. If you table an agenda and they run and steal it and you're broke, this can save you. Let me reopen that. This can flop and just not hit, right? If you play all three of your, like, your entire opening hand, This can keep you gassing along while you play out that board state. This just basically turns off if you don't have any cards in hand. There's a lot of reasons why sports metal is amazing. And because sports metal is amazing, I won a lot with sports metal. I came third at the London districts with sports metal. That was my first ever competitive event. I almost won it. Like I almost got to the finals, but then I game lost myself because I was using handwritten proxies in my first tournament because I didn't own any of the NSG cards. Hey Lucy, did you have a nice Mother's Day? Poetry's not bad, but it's inconsistent and weak. I've tried to make it work. It wasn't quite there before Vantage Point. Now it's good, but stuff like Audrey, Tungsten Taylor, Lude trivializes it. Pretty much true. With the nuance there being that I think only Anarch dumpsters poetry now, whereas before poetry just didn't work. And the reason poetry didn't work is partially because it's worse than sports metal, but sports metal wasn't an option, right? Lucy forgot about Mother's Day. They don't celebrate. I don't believe you. So, poetry sucked. Poetry really... I tried to make poetry work because I thought I'm so good at sports metal. Like this is my bread and butter. I almost won London district with this. I won Reading district with this. That was all I got to play it in. So like every tournament that I went to, I basically crushed with sports metal. Surely I can just take my sports metal skills and put them into poetry, and that will work, right? Well, no, but not for the reason you might think. The reason why it didn't work is because this little baby also rotated. And probably thinking like, there's no obvious synergy here. That's the plan, Lucy. We're going to see whether I still have the touch. That is the plan. So this baby doesn't exist anymore. I know this doesn't obviously synergize with poetry, but what it meant was that poetry had to run the worst agenda suite you've ever seen. We also lost Hyperloop extension. In sports metal, this is like a free Rashida. It could be a Rashida in your deck, even. But in poetry, you know, your agenda suite has to be looking pretty messed up if you're running one-pointers, because your three-pointer has to either be vulnerability audit, which is influence, and also does not defend itself at all, so it can just get stolen from your centrals. If they sweep HQ and you got 2 vulnerability audits in there, GG. Like, you not only do you have no more text, you've also just lost. You could run send a message. Ugh. I do not want to be running send a message in a really fast deck. Send a message is for very slow deck running very expensive ice. Or you could be running this garbage. One of the most bizarre cards in the game, in my opinion, because it basically says you need to be pursuing this exact strategy for this text to make any sense at all. And if like this strategy doesn't make much sense in poetry, like why would you do this? Why would you not play like PD if you're doing this strategy? Scoring it's expensive and weird. And another problem was that having a big board doesn't protect yourself or win the game. This is a big issue because yeah, even if poetry could run away with things and you were running these kind of weird agendas, everything falls into your lap. Everything works out. You get loads of installs and you get all the premium cards in your hand. What are you installing? Like, what are you winning the game with? And the answer was not obvious. I tried to make it work by importing moon pools. Moon pool. I tried to make it work with this, but it's a lot of influence. You could only run so many. It was an expensive way to win the game, but it like kind of worked. Like the deck was not that bad; it was just bad. You could obviously run Bass. Chiriboga, this guy is an asset that, like, if you're wide enough and you have enough money, this can kind of advance things out. But you know, it's not so good. Um, it's tough. It was tough to win. Even if you got the miracle, you didn't lose on centrals early. Your 3 pointers didn't happen to get stolen. It was tough to win with your big board. All is changed. We have real agendas. We have the train. We have defensive 5-3s. We're going to be running loads of them. We're going to be running all three of them. We have defensive 2-pointers. This is a big deal because now the number of access, we don't just randomly lose on centrals anymore, pretty much at all. It also kind of prevents flood because if we score this, we can fix our hand. We have things that are useful to install because everything is useful to install now that Flood the Market exists. This card means that the assets that we're putting on our deck don't have to score our agendas for us. This card will score our agendas for us. All the other cards just need to fill slots and make us money and keep us ticking along, draw cards, whatever. So with that in mind, I think poetry is now good. Is it better than PD? I think the jury's still out. I actually don't know. But I would make a case that it is a decent question. I think it's quite similar. Because PD can pull back flop or flood. Usually it's going to be flood, not flop. Whereas poetry just needs to kind of draw them. PD gets to get away with only running 2. Because you can pull it back, whereas poetry kind of needs to be running 3. So I haven't tested enough with PD because I've been too excited playing poetry. And let me tell you, it's been going so well that it's not really clear to me why I would bother trying PD. I usually only change decks or swap over deck lists when I've lost. You guys want to see something funny? Here's my flood list that I made on day 1 and have barely changed. You guys notice anything? That's right. Over here you can see I've completed 22 games with it, which is quite a lot. I do play online a bit, if you guys don't know. I've won 20 of them. I've lost 2 games. I have a 91% win rate with this poetry deck. 91%, and that's like a decent sample size. So, yeah, I think this deck is real, and I've improved it since I started as well. Does Anarch not rip us apart? We basically insta-lose to Seb. Yeah. And sometimes you can insta-lose to Lou if they have a good hand. But we kind of immediately crush almost every other runner. I lost a CTK. I came 4th at the CTK that I went to because I didn't... I won every game with the poetry except for 1 against the player who ended up winning. And the only reason I lost is because I made a mistake. They started a deep dive turn by running through an MIC, and I just didn't pop it for whatever reason. If I just popped it, there was no line that I would not have won the game. So it's a hard deck. Yeah, it's not like a pick up and play deck, but it's seriously strong and it's high autonomy, which I like. But yeah, if they're on Audrey, Gourmands, Fencer, they have them all in the opening hand, like Hannah, yeah, we lose. And there's sometimes there's nothing you can do if you can never stick an asset. You're gonna see why this deck is cruel and unusual. If they're playing like Seb, they're gonna have a great time, and they will not feel very cruel. Basically, anyone else, you'll see this deck doesn't just like win, and it does win. It like crushes people. It's like a whirlwind. You're looking at my board, it's freaking huge. I can't like I've played this a little bit in person. It doesn't fit on the playmat at all. You know, people do tricks where they like do one layer of remote servers and then another layer on top. I'm running out of layers on top. Like we're using my neighbor's playmat and sometimes their neighbor's playmat as well. It's a lot to keep track of. New players just insta lose against it because they don't know what to do. Experienced players have to focus so hard. So while I get to do whatever I want, they need to be like play perfectly to even stay on top of things. The deck is cool, but it is cool. And then after I've done a couple of poetry games to enough to like make a video out of because I think it is time for a poetry video. I'm going to play Magic Man on stream for the first time because with Lucy and some others, I've been pruning that list a little bit. It's hard to prune Magic Man. If you guys haven't seen the Magic Man video, I think most people have. It's the combo shaper list. It has Stowaway now, which makes it better. That deck is truly cruel and unusual, and it might be better now than it was by a decent margin. Oh, it's too sad. Okay. What a terrible example to open with. Lucy, the read write shares, you're right, they are cracked, and I've been getting better and better at using them. Okay, so this is a disaster, but at least it's a decent hand. Now, the annoying thing is that we have to play around transfer. Playing around transfer means icing HQ or installing a load of other things. I think we insta-lose to transfer unless we ice HQ, but we might also just insta-lose this matchup full stop. I'm going to draw... I'm going to take it slow. Oh, I do not want to have to ice HQ with this hand. But I just have to, like I don't really have a choice. Yeah, unfortunate. Like barely anyone's playing Seb online these days because he has no new cards, in my opinion. Why does your Jinteki look more animated than mine? I have an extension installed called Cyber Feeder because I'm playing on Firefox, and that makes some things a little bit nicer and also has some notations in the. Okay, Gourmand's installed. Other than that, pretty bad start. Let's. Install some cards. Hannah's bad. But no Audrey yet, so their trashes are not insanely high value. When Audrey comes down, this match is going to be really tough. Because sticking anything is just going to be so much of a nightmare. Solidarity badge after the trash is funny. But that's fine. Oh, and my camera is blocking out cards. Here we are, that looks a bit better. Okay, well, there's no way that I can put Hannah on top with this working prototype. We have some good cards in hand, we just need to figure out how to play them. But yes, no, I recommend Cyber Feeder. Um, oh, hello. Hello. If I can draw, oh, this is fantastic. I can afford all this, maybe? I will get back a auto cam. Oh, get back a spin, install an auto, maybe? So good. Okay. The issue with Cyberfeeder is browser fingerprinting. Actually, I don't know what that means, to be honest. You need to explain that more to the likes of me. Browser fingerprinting. Now I can't afford to res this and the auto, but that's fine. This working prototype is going to be quite good. If they can't pinhole it soon. Okay, they're going to pop Hannah so they can praxis it back. Okay. That's neat. And they're getting Largo for more draw and amanuensis. Okay. They're in the game now. No, I'll please say I would like to start working prototyping things back on top, but we just can't get that many reses, I don't think. We can only get 2 reses. So is it Mega Pre or is it Spin Doctor in this server too, or is it Malaise? It's probably Mega Pre. Then we can flop to draw 2. Gain 2, gain 2. And then we don't need these just yet. We're not ready. But yeah, this is going to be a really hard matchup. We may have already lost it. My understanding is that websites know what extensions you have. So you are telling all the corp websites that you are a Netrunner player, letting them build a much more accurate digital profile of you. Yeah, I only use Firefox for Netrunner, so they can know that. That's fine. Fingerprinting does not have anything to do with extensions. Outing yourself as not a Firefox user. It's fine. Like, it works. But it's like, Yeah, I mean, Firefox is good. I have no qualms with Firefox. You won't catch me complaining about it. It's alright. I don't like how it's really annoying to like drag it around. Chrome has much better tab dragging. What are they doing here? They're doing tricks. They're going to destroy my ice and I'm not going to be able to play. Now, currently trashing our stuff is costing them credits, which is better than some situations that I've been in, but like, we are probably going to lose this game. It's just a really hard matchup. Yeah, this is the single unfun, unplayable matchup, basically. Well, unplayable is maybe a stretch, but like borderline unwinnable matchup. Now we can score an agenda here, or I can install 3 cards with wage workers and fully up. If I install wage workers, then ablative on the wage workers, then spin doctor and fully up, that's pretty good. Or ablative on the autos, maybe better. And again, credits because we have a little bit of hidden card draw with this unresed. Leo doesn't die to Seb, just saying. Yeah, Leo is really good against Seb, actually. Which sounds wrong, but it turns out that it is right, as we found out last meta. Now, maybe now that Leo has slightly better cards, and Seb has exactly the same cards, that's not true anymore. And, like, it's even, like, also, it's even more true now. Maybe they've pulled ahead. But, yeah, I think it's kind of strange to me that that matchup is not good for Seb. But it's true. Like, it is actually true. Lovely day in the UK today. I went for a walk this morning to go and see some of the, oh my goodness, go and see some of the cherry blossoms that are coming up. They're not all like fully going at the moment, but if any of you live in London or um, the UK, go to your park and see some cherry blossoms. It's about that time. Okay, well this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. It was lovely this morning. It's wet and miserable in Reading, but the cherry trees were nice yesterday. Yesterday was a really nice day. Oh god, we're gonna get Devil Charm. Well, this is miserable. We might have just lost everything in this world. Well, they're out of clicks to get this auto, meaning we don't completely bottoming out. Is it worth me resing this, getting it crew charmed, just to deal with the? I can trash the crew because they're gonna end tagged. They've lost a crew. They've lost 2 accesses. I can't afford to res this Sleipnir. Yeah, I mean, we've been headed. This matchup is just concede territory, unfortunately, which is, I think, the singular matchup where that's true. It's super unfortunate this is the first game of the day. But we'll play it out. We're not completely, it's not completely over. Um, Lou is also a really, really bad matchup. A bit more winnable because Lou can have a bad hand. Seb can have a bad hand, but like they'll fix it pretty quickly. The fact we have no tag punishment and there's none that makes sense for the list makes Seb a very weird character to me. Because like if you're not running tag, this card design is strange to me. I think like it's cool, it's unique, but it's a little odd to me that this is okay because it basically says like if you're playing tag punishment, this card doesn't do anything, and if you're not, you will get rolled. And that just is, it's just a polarizing card, which I guess it's okay for the cards to be like a degree of polarizing, right? But this definitely makes games like this a lot less fun. Now I can double res the Manigum and the Ablative and pretend like that cost them any number of credits. But I think we'll hold off on the Ablative res. No more clicks, meaning we get this autoproc. Are they going to trash both of these? Okay, they're down an amount of money, I guess. What is this? Draw, ice, server 9, maybe? Trash, Aquaceras crew, credit. That's the last crew before the shuffle, maybe? Trash credit ice so I can afford to res the ablative if they run it. I think I have to trash this. And this is one turn without a logo proc, but yeah. I haven't found Audrey yet, which is nice. But we're very far away from ever having a way to win this game, I think. Winning is hard. And winning is very easy if you have developed a board, but this much card draw and this much tempo is tough. The only thing we have going for us is that our ice currently has subroutines, which it may never do again once Ashen gets played. We've only seen one transfer, so transfer just crushes us at the moment too. Do I remove this? Yeah, I definitely do. Do I want my trains back in, or do I want to flood the market and a train back in, maybe? They can take 3 points if they want 3 points, to be honest with you. Audrey, huh? Well, that means we get a credit. Get some credits from Nico. And we have ice installed that they can't actually get through until they trash something. So this is not the worst time for this to appear. And let's think, is it Nico? Think I still need credits? I could prototype and then click the prototype in front of the ablative, but maybe it's just Nico. And then we check something on R&D to make it a little bit harder to get their trash that they want. Crew is back. How do we have more of these? I thought we'd already seen 3 of them. Maybe I'm miscounted. I can't duck this properly. Oh yeah, no, points don't get scored in this matchup. We just lose through other means. We res the Sleipnir, we're screwed. We don't res the Sleipnir, we're screwed. We go down to 4, minus 3 again is 1, and then we can't afford to protect our stuff. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. And now they go Audrey counters and we just lose the other ways. This is a weird one. The third tag they're happy to take? Have they used... They don't have Hannah installed. So whichever one they run here, maybe we can... No, they can Audrey through it, probably. I think we just have to duck it because their credit titles do matter. But we just lose, right? We've lost now. Unless we happen to draw another fully up. No, I can credit trash their friend and then they're kind of broke. We still is like over. But that's something. Yeah. No, we had good draw too. This matchup is just unwinnable, I think. So basically the medical is like, I will beat everyone except for like Seb, who I will always lose, and Lou, who I will usually lose. And I don't think that's very fun, but like the deck is really fun to play in every situation where you're not against one of those 2 factions. So like 4 people who can play Seb well, he's actually not that hard. He was not very well played because he's weird and annoying to play, but he's not, I don't think, that hard to do. Maybe that's not true. Maybe he's because he requires matchup knowledge a little bit, he's hard, but I don't know. I expected to be bad at him because everyone was like, you can't, like, only one person knows how to play Seb, but he's so hard. And I played them as like just crush everyone because uh, you can just prevent them from being able to play the game. And if you've removed their like server one, it's hard for board states to get back complex. Okay, buffer driver's here, so everything's coming back. Is Ashen in Hound? Am I crazy? They're also not tagged, which is funny. Just need to wait for fully operational, and then I can maybe fill my like next turn. I can purge, perhaps. But this is over. I think I might concede just to get into a more interesting game. Okay, so that's a bit of a non-starter. Unlucky is the first one, but I promise this deck is good. Well, we'll run it right back. Okay, the third loss ever with that deck. Yeah, I've beaten Lou before with it. That's possible. I've never beaten Seb with it. You just can't. Awasana, okay. So I want early threats. None of these are early threats, so this is the bad hand. Seb when daily cast some floating tag that card. Well, you want to run a new card. I guess you don't want the deck to be exactly the same as it was before. Wow, that is a lot of ice. That's a crazy amount of ice. I don't really know what to do with all of this. What a mess of a hand. I guess I like drafter on HQ and then prepare an ice for a remote. So I can actually find a threat. Okay, good hand. Wow, this hand sucks. Let's put this in server 2. Throw away these trains. And if we can beta run, we can beta run. Man, Synchro Cyclotron's such an ass card. It's a shame that it's good in this deck. Because I kind of hate it. It's so bad. Are we worried about Illumination more than HQ? Potentially. I don't know what exactly what's in Lisi's list. Illumination's good tempo, but like, you know, you never know if Arasana's on like burner or transfer, which would be set us back to the Stone Age. It's fine, they can trash this. Fermenter Simul Chip is going to be a problematic amount of money. Maybe even worth purging. I could purge now so that I can find something to fill this remote. But hopefully with my draws next turn. Okay, now we're presenting threats and doing things. This is good. Propellers installed, we have no barriers. It's all good. And we've got 3 remote servers full. Probably trying to get the auto, perhaps? Hitting the mana gun, okay. Gonna try one here. Oh, there's Sleipnir. Twice arming it, still cost you 3, that's a lot. Three to fight on through is just brutal, man. Lucy figuring out the trash cost of everything in my deck to make sure that nothing is not going to make it for 2. Most things you'll make it for 2. You won't make Wage Workers. You won't make Synchro Cyclotron. You won't make the second Mana Gum Skunk Works. Now, a second Purge will get rid of the counters on the Fermenter and the Physaron. But we have better things to do at the moment. The Physaron is not that good because I actually don't believe that Lucy can afford to get through anything. Splendid. I would love to install this in a new remote. Thank you. Enjoy your 1 point. You gave me a click. Oh no. I get to actually... Well, I don't get a draw with it. I don't get the install, I just get a bunch of D-reses. And maybe that's not that good. Maybe I'll hold off on resing this. It's 1. I could get a lot of warm reception procs from it. But because I don't have an install, I will hold off. Draw, working prototype maybe? Yeah, let's do that. And I don't want this train anymore. I think I'm going to score Let Them Dream before train. Ferment is giving lots of money now. I unfortunately don't run a... Oh, this is expensive. Even if you've got good money, that's expensive. That's 7 credits to take down a Wage Workers. Okay. There's you. Do I care this much about a click? I think I do. But I don't need to do it now. Card to install can be Manigum Skunkworks on server 5, maybe? Deres the Spoctor. There's Cinco for a click. Let Them Dream server 2. Flood the Market for 4. Score. Let's Let Them Dream to grab this train out of archives and put it on the bottom of R&D. Let's look at the top 3 cards. Install the Nico campaign in server 2. Top 3 cards were Ingatan, Nico, and Let Them Dream. So there's 2 agendas on top now. But I can always just move them with Spin Doctor. And then with my last click, I will gain 3. It's nice to have my cards have text, eh? Yeah, I'm not going to 0 because I get the working prototype click. So it's all good. It's not about how much money I have, it's about how much money Lucy has. Obviously, I would like to res my ice, but like, I don't care about resing to protect Synchro Cyclotron, that's fine. I don't care about... running the Spin Doctor will be a pain, but like, my money doesn't protect that warm reception or anything. This is just what Lucy can afford. It's fine. Money doesn't matter. I don't have to res. I can hold off on resing this because it doesn't actually tax them. But this Manigum Skunkworks really does tax them. Now we can't res this Nico campaign anymore, but that's fine. That's actually annoying because I would like the extra credit. But it's all good. I would like to find... Now we know there's another agenda on top. And then there's that. I'd like to find another fully up. Let's put a Otto in server 5 and see how many... Now I could have credit install an Ingatan or Let Them Dream and scored it, but I can probably do that next turn as well. Let's go for Nico first, or let's do Otto first. No, I need the money up front. Ingatan with some counters or Let Them Dream? Ingatan with counters does sound quite nice. New emote. Flood the market on Ingatan. Score. Sleipnir, Otter. Pretty good. Let's take this Sleipnir. On R&D perhaps? And then we need to take a credit. So we can afford to res the Otto campaign. Then I'm going to grab this wage workers back. I want wage workers. Well, you got your cards, you got your clicks, but do you have... So you got your cards and credits with those plays, but it's hard to deal with all this stuff with just a limited number of clicks. Now I could pop spin doctor to shuffle the flood the markets back in so I can score more points. And I think that's probably a reasonable thing to do. We know that it's just like, yeah, we want fully ops and flood the markets at this point for sure. We didn't find those. Let's go. Now, obviously, I would like to. Well, we can never get rid of this environmental testing. Unfortunately, that's not possible. But it is possible for us to install this Let Them Dream in server 3, and then we kind of will just win because scoring 1 point is not that hard. Let's do server 3, new emote, res, server 9, gain 3. Now they can snipe this Let Them Dream, but if they do that, we get to install the Warm Reception. We're just asking a lot of them right now. I like asking a lot of our opponents. Okay, got good money. I'm impressed. And then identifies wage workers as the scary one, which is fine. Okay, we get a big influx of money this turn. Nico campaign. Okay, lovely, lovely. Now we just need flood the market and we just win. I guess we draw for it because we can even find a flood the market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's that easy. You just win. He says turn too slow to draw breakers. Yeah, it's hard because you got to have so much, right? Like you need to have draw, you need to have money, you need to have breakers. Like Seb just destroys ice and trashes for free and gets enormous draw. So he rarely misses, but for Shapers to even like start to keep up, you need basically everything. Next turn is Burner double deep dive with 2 extra clicks. 2 extra clicks. Double deep dive. Azimat never came down. Azimat might have been a bit of an issue. What I've done, I would have had to install Manigam with the drafter. Yeah, so what does Deep Dive do against the stack? Actually, not nearly as much as you probably think. In fact, your double Deep Dive would probably have hit nothing. You can hit Omalaeus. You can't steal both, no way. You would need 3 clicks to do the runs. So you'd need to print 1 extra click for the train steal, another extra click for another access. So 3 extra clicks? You can print 3 extra clicks to steal 2 trains? That would be cool. If someone stole 2 trains with the deep dive, the real issue is already breaking everything for free. Yeah, it is an issue. I think it is genuinely. It's a weird thing for um like to be a netrunner is breaking ice without spending credits. I think there's like space for it in the game, but it does feel pretty pointless playing against a deck once they are consistently breaking your ice without spending money. Um, Obviously, there's a cost to losing cards in hand, uh, but it definitely needs to be evaluated differently to things that are trying to tax money. Uh, Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Audrey or Seb. Seb is fun to play, but he is pretty miserable to play against. The deck was built to deep dive through flagships, so it should be able to get the Malayases. Okay. Malayases, I think it's supposed to be pronounced. Um, More importantly than Malayas, you don't have to score out, which slows the game. Yeah, that's true. If you stole a train, I would have to find one of the 2 remaining trains. I did have a Let Them Dream on the table and Mega Freeze in hand and stuff like that, but trains are good. Trains are like two, 3 is just the simplest thing because I have 3 Flood the Markets, and if I can use them all for that, it's pretty good. How do I feel about Hagen? Too expensive for this deck. Ablative does the job of making them install a factor and is cheaper. And my resilient ice, in terms of like, if I'm in a weird game state where I need to make them be spending lots of money on my ice, my answer to that is Sleipnir. I have 2 MICs. One of them could totally be a Hagen, and that'd be fine. But I think MIC being deep dive tech is more important than Hagen being AI tech. I don't think Hagen is especially good against Audrey. I don't think there's other AIs that I really care about particularly. So, yeah. Is Peachy the only way of getting extra clicks for the deep dive turn in that Arasana deck? And there's a Hannah. Yeah, I saw you throw out the Azimat at the very, very end. I was like, oh, okay. That would have been bad. But also, like, you can't complain about not having cards in a deck that's as vast. Actually, is this your big deck? This is no, this is a regular size deck, right? I actually didn't take note at the beginning. Isn't Hagen often as expensive to break as Sleipnir? Sleipnir is often 1 to 2 to break late game. It is. I have very, very rarely had Sleipnir be 1 to 2 to break late game. The only deck that can conceive of breaking it for 2 is if you've installed Tungsten Tailor and Buzzsaw. And if they've done that, they've already spent 7 credits on breakers, which I think at that point you can't consider it breaking for 2. It's breaking for like, on average it's being broken for a lot. Unlike Hagen, which does get broken by Propeller for 1, it does get broken by Rising Tide for like 2. Hagen will consistently be cheap to break in the late game if we get there, and is not better than Ablative Barrier in the early game, particularly. Like, it has a face check, but only Criminal cares about it for Chesva, I think, that face check. I think the top 2 subs always matter. I think giving me card draws is really, really good. Yeah, Propeller breaks Hagen for 2 if you care about something that you have, which, like, I guess most Shaper decks actually do. So yeah, we'll say Propeller breaks Hagen for 2. There is no equivalent card that can break Sleipnir for 2. A fully juiced Unity in like the late game when they've got everything installed. If you're letting these other subs fire, you're basically saying, oh, I can shuffle a fully art back in and draw it, or I can fix my hand if I'm running centrals. Like, these subs are substantially good, and they're worth credits to break. And if you're using your Unity to break just the end of run, you're actually giving me a huge advantage as you go through these. These mostly for my remotes, but I can put on my centrals as well. Like, I I don't think the ice placement matters exactly. These belong on centrals against deep dive, and I overlooked that in building my board. Hug and sub sometimes doesn't matter, whereas Sleipnir subs are always good. Basically. You basically always draw the card, drawing the card's amazing. You basically always do the shuffle, because shuffling any of your premium targets, or even just a half-decent target, is good. Or fixing your hand. Now, like, you can get away with not baking them, but, like, how many decks is Hug and, like, a real face check, like a devastating face check? I think that's pretty rare. Let's jump up at another one. This will be my last one with poetry. What I consider splashable tech card versus Anarch. Seb Essa I think Essa is probably a fine matchup and not a big issue, because you just win before Essa can get online. Like, it doesn't take many turns for this deck just to score to 7. So Essa is probably fine and doesn't need tech cards. You can't tech against Seb and Lou, I don't think. Like, Managam kind of does, because they need to cough up resources that like substantial resources. Even if they're destroying all your ice and breaking everything for free, I've got 2 mana gums in here because that's at least still asks them to do something, to spend real credits or clicks in a way that, you know, once they're set up, my assets don't cost anything to trash, my ice doesn't cost anything to trash. So that's my tech. I am not aware of any, like, oh gosh, yeah, people saying Samak. I don't know if that's good, because they're often on a rising tide anyway if they really need it. And it's just so expensive. I hate having to spend money on my ice. I kind of think that the MICs need to be something else, but I'm not sure what. It's good tech against deep dive. Okay, we've got a Vic. That's fantastic. This is a mulligan because we don't have ice or threats. Now we have ice and threats, and we're ticking along tickety-boo. Alright, let's do install. I think Sleipnir is a better face check. And I'll ice HQ because I do not want to get transferred. DreamNet, that's a good thing to have in your opening hand. And you stole something from me. Well, I'll install this. Okay, what do we have here? Now I would like to put these back on top, but it does not look like it's going to happen. So let's res you, start with clicking you. Oh, hello. Interesting. I think I install Wage Workers, click a working prototype again. Not sure what I'm going to do with this Wage Workers, but something cool. I hope. Ideally, I draw ice, so I can get a big fully up. Failing that, maybe a Spin Doctor. Oh, okay, that's good. This is really risky, man. There's no reason why that wouldn't be a Spin Doctor and you just lose. Oh, we got a Very good pinhole. That's going to make you pretty broke. They're saying like it's worth the risk, I guess. That makes sense to me. You just can't afford to have either of these put back on top. It's devastating. Well, let's draw 2 cards. Very good. This is why Calvin's in the deck. He's kind of like, if everything's going poorly, he will find our consistency because they don't want to trash him, and he's going to let us draw what we need to like fix our board states. Zenit chip is here. That's bad. That's going to be a lot of card draw. And I do not want to have to dedicate an ice to R&D just yet. Fortunately, I think this matchup is very good because it's hard. Like, even though Vic has a lot of money and likes to run, which, you know, you need to run a lot against this deck, I think it's really hard to have enough money for this deck to care. Okay. Do I install, flood the market? I think that's probably overkill. So not flood the market fully up. Because I don't want to have to install this Lux line. So let's just draft a serve 5. Fully up, draw 2. And protect our R&D a little bit, seeing as we don't have a premium target. They're happy running archives for that, that's fine. If you can install Calvin turn 1 every game, Mr. Bayleaf would be very good. Yes, it would be better. Like, this deck actually doesn't click to draw as much as it seems like maybe it will. Which makes it a bit nicer to look at, hey? But I definitely will use them. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, schooling window detected. They're going to have 4 credits next turn. That's not a lot. 5 credits. It's not a lot of credits. Install, draw. Can they really afford to run that much? Maybe. Install, flood the market. Doesn't quite get there because we only got 2 emotes, because we put this MIC on R&D, which makes me pretty sad. I could draw, install, and just not res wage workers. Maybe that's the right thing to do at the moment. I would like some more ice, please. They really seem to value this leech, because there's no reason why these ones couldn't be targeting my new remotes. Hey, Peter. Penny Shaver. They got tech. Okay, please ice, please ice. No, not ice. Okay, I just need to draw again, I guess. Give me a piece of ice. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Do I just install something? I am tweaking. I can give them... Oh, I should have given them and let them dream. They've already scored a Mega Pre. This is the wrong way around. I am so flooded. No, I will not. I will very suspiciously not install. I may have wasted this ice on R&D. Maybe this should be a remote server to get to my third. This is bad. That's fine. It's going to cost money. Or penny shaver, I guess. This is Calvin being awkward because I want to like triple install Calvin, but if I've only drawn agendas, that gets a lot harder. Twinning, hey? I am still going to chuck this down because I need to keep moving forward. I'm not going to de-res anything. Okay, I can score this Let Them Dream. I cannot score this Let Them Dream. I can install this Warm Reception. Now I can install this Nico campaign. Flooding this Let Them Dream is going to bottom my train, so it's going to make it very hard for them to actually win. Credit values are getting low again. Are they really going to trash this Calvin Bailey? They are not going to trash the Calvin Bailey. Oh, no, they are going to trash that Calvin Bailey. Fantastic. Okay, well, we still have not found a lot of the ice, but that's okay. I can... Oh, we have enough. This is going to be expensive, though. Actually, what's my exactly should my turn be? Install. I could just do a bunch of installs and a fully op to get loads of money, so I can afford to do better, have more stuff on board, and have better floods. I think that's good. Do I want an Ingatan or a train or something behind this, or just a mega fleet? Maybe an Ingatan? No. Probably safer in HQ than in the remote, to be honest. Server 12. New remote. This. I think I will draw 2 cards. Or just maybe make loads of money. Like, I would like a target for the poetry for when they run the archives this turn, which I do expect. But if they don't, If they just like run this warm reception and like click their penny shaver and stuff like that, that's fine too. They're going to trash my wage workers, maybe? Okay. I think I do res this and just... Do I pull out an Ingatan? No, that's a bit too risky, I think. Yeah, there's no need. Okay, I can advance as Mega Prey. I'll look at the top three of our fully op Spin Doctor. Then I can install Spin Doctor. I will res you. Because I want the fully op that's in there. Then I will res Synchrocyclotron. I will flood the market. Oh no, you're thinking too small with the Malaeus score. You gotta broaden your horizons. Score Let Them Dream. I'm gonna let them dream first, so I know the order of my deck. I'm gonna grab this. This is already protected, kind of. So I'm just going to put the Ingatan that's in my HQ on the bottom of R&D because it's a liability. And then I'm going to look at the top three. And I'm going to grab this. And then I think we're happy. The other cards are not agendas either. So if they run R&D, we're still chilling. Acid decks like this overperform against suboptimal runner play. It does. And that's good. Because I need to beat runners who are not playing perfectly all the time. Do I just let this get stolen because I don't want to shuffle the deck? Because if I don't shuffle the deck, I basically guaranteed win? Yeah. Because this lets me install a Mega Pre or a Spin Doctor. So yeah, a Mana Gun or a Spin Doctor. I think I just grab the Spin Doctor so that nothing silly can happen. And Synchrocyclotron will do its job. Yeah, they've not pressured my money at all. They should have been pushing up against these servers. Like, letting me have another turn of Synchrocyclotron's crazy. You just have to clear these out, otherwise I'm going to flood. I'm going to hecking flood. Okay. Now, I don't actually care about this that much. Because I need my money. Okay. Do I care about warm receptioning? Then I can simply new emote, flood the market. Because score two, Lux Line is more important. Yeah, no, the two were definitely better because I get two procs of poetry. I get to fix my hand with the Let Them Dream. And scoring a Malaise is pretty easy once you've scored the other two. It was unique that I could score two in that one turn. It's not hard to score a Malaise once you're online. So yeah, that's the power of the deck. If your opponent is not like completely on top of you all game, you just kind of squeeze them to death. Now I'm sure that this Vic deck had much more counterplay than they used. I bet they have like transfers in hand that they just didn't play, when in fact it would have pressured me quite severely. They're probably thinking everything's a drafter, and everything's kind of a drafter, right? Like we've already got two drafters installed here. Not to mention ablative reses would have brought back the nastiest things. But like, we can have a look at the replay, because I think it's worth talking about the counterplay to decks like this. This was the one, yeah? Yes, the poetry lens. Poetry text is really good. Getting, like, filling those servers as you play is really crazy. So by scoring those two agendas, we pulled two things from the deck. We got to see what was on top of the deck. We got to put the Ingatan's kind of a special case in the deck because it's the only two-pointer. So in order to win that game, our opponent needed to either find two of the trains, two more one-pointers and a train, or the Ingatan and a train. And of those combinations, the Ingatan and the train is by far the most likely. It causes us a lot of problems if they can find the Ingatan. Because the Ingatan doesn't defend itself, right? So the Ingatan is a big liability. I think one reason why PD may end up being better is because it doesn't have the Ingatan liability. The 2 points less, you can just remove the Ingatan. And it just requires an absurd number of accesses, while only still requiring you 3 scores. But let's have a look at this to talk about like the Vic, I think, was maybe destined to lose because it's a hard matchup. I don't know why it does this, by the way. It doesn't show my card arts sometimes when I look at these logs. Also, Thanos PKC. I don't know if we've chatted before, but good to see you in chat. Let's launch a replay, and hopefully it works this time. One of you, court view. Okay, we fixed it. So if you are... Now, I think that the poetry deck is amazing, and I think it completely crushes shapers and criminals. So it may simply be that you lose because you lose. But if you install DreamNet on turn 1, you should at least have a chance to win. And he didn't feel like the Vun had a chance to win there, but I think he probably did. So what do I do if I have this hand against a HB deck? If you did PD with 2 Flood the Message, would you spend the last influence on Powers That... I would love Powers That Be. Oh, Powers That Be is actually... Sports Metal liked Powers That Be a lot. My Sports Metal deck almost leaned on Powers That Be for like being absurd ways to like score things and have tempo while you score, which was really cool and fun. It's much worse in these lists because you actually only score... You can only use it twice. You only ever score 3 agendas in these decks. For the most part, like in a normal game, you only score 3 agendas, maybe 4 with weird lines. But that's, yeah. So like Powers That Be is an entire card and an influence that's going towards maybe getting you 2 installs. And I don't consider that to be that good. It's like fine, still costs 3 to trash. It's just at least okay, but I've soured on it enough that I don't like Powers That Be in these Flood the Market lists that much. Instead, I like Cohort Guidance Program, just as a generically extremely useful. It finds you important cards. It gives you loads of money with no expiration date on it. One of the premium options for out of the entire asset pool is Cohort. It can also advance out your agendas on board, so it just does everything for you. Really cool. So I'd be smashing Cohorts with the extra PD influence. Mine is running a flood, one flood, and one gaslight to save influence. In poetry or in PD? Yeah, yeah, that's true. You can find drafter things pretty early. Uh, it makes everything very easy to spin. It's good. You can consider like a moon pool even. I don't think that would be crazy, but probably not needed. Probably that's overcooking everything. Let's. How would I play this? I would definitely play DreamNet, and I would then immediately run Server One. No, I'd have to bounce, but that's fine. And the reason I would do that is because there's no bad face check. Hagen, here's an instance where Sleipnir is like, it's not winning me the game, but Sleipnir is going to draw me a card, fix my hand with by shuffling this train in, and in the run, Hagen would cost me as much and do nothing. And just bankrupt me. I wouldn't even be able to res it. I might just let them through. No, I would res it. I would res it. That's not true. But clear case where Hagen is worse than Sleipnir. But yeah, the worst case face check when you're against HB decks, especially asset decks, is usually Drafter, and when Archives is empty, Drafter is only okay. You can only have 3 Sleipnir. Oh man, what I would do with more Sleipnirs. Yeah, that's true. The slot would be Hagen over a MIC, and I think that would be perfectly fine. Not great. I cut them from my sports medal list for the same reason, which is like I wanted to play around deep dive a bit better. And now that train is in the game, MIC can provide you tricks where it's like, okay, I run third click to steal your train. I pop my MIC. You simply have no way to win. You see the train, doesn't matter, and then I win by scoring that train. So I like MIC at the moment, but Hagen's also fine. You can get away with Hagen. So yeah, should run here because Drafter is fine and everything else is fine. Sleipnir is pretty bad, but what can you do? Instead, we see one Armady. Okay, well, you get your credit. You even get a point steal, but now you're actually further behind on tempo. I've just had a free install from hand. That's really good. Credit, play daily cast. Now, credit rather than drawing is like, I guess, for credit flexibility, but if you're not at full hand size, you should be drawing, not crediting. Oh, that's scary. It's a scary set of things to see because I might be able to bounce your stuff back. And letting me res ice here is pretty scary. This is a crazy commit to server 3. If that's Spin Doctor, you straight up lose the game. So don't do this. Works out for you because you access an important card, but you should have done that on R&D and then run the new server. And Pinhole's really nice. This removes a lot of options from me. And again, crediting rather than drawing. Not correct. This is an early Zenith, which is nice, and your breakers, you don't have money to use the breakers, so it's like fine if you lose the Shibboleth. Yeah, like you're never breaking Sleipnir with Shibboleth and feeling happy about it anyway, so it's fine. This is fine. Borrowed Goods shouldn't be in your deck, because I rated it 1 star in my card review, and that means you shouldn't play it. Everyone knows. If you force res then Pinhole, the game is half over. It would be tough for me. I have a fully open hand, so the game's pretty far from over, but it would have been a lot worse than me happily clicking away on that mini regolith, basically. Yeah, see, like, how far was Borrowed Goods from being played this game? Not only did you never take a tag, this guy's not in my chat, but not only did he never take a tag, there was just no need for the MU. So what on earth is it doing? And I think from this spot, even though there was still a lot of game left to be played, actually there was no chance that I lost. They have a Penny Shaver, which is really nice. But they would need to get pretty lucky accesses. You should be sending, like, I am kind of broke though. So you spending 3 on this Calvin Bailey to let me draw cards is crazy. It was not that useful of a card. I was very surprised to see this happen. In this spot, like, yeah, you gotta trash the Nico campaign. Now what? Well, we know that Kuapira transfer kind of messes up my day. We're not at threat, but like you will lose to if that's drafter, so you can't just do that. I did see a borrowed goods important to a bling deck. Well, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have, because that's not good either. You're was it being installed taking a tag? Because that's even crazy if so. Because like it's hard to find clicks to do your bling turns properly. I can't imagine starting a bling turn with taking a tag, then playing borrowed goods, then playing the card that you drew on your bling, and then clearing the tag. Well, this is like a tag me deck. Like I guess Seb could play it, but I don't think you should be running it in Seb either because he's not that he's not that MU hungry. So yeah, this spends all your money and basically removes all your options. And from here, it's really over. Pinholing, just like, yeah, flailing. I don't want to see it. It hurts me. I thought, yeah, this is a kind of deck that can kind of win before it, to check out the ED deck, Editorial Division deck. But left quickly after seeing board state. Yeah, no, I don't play Editorial Division. I don't like it. Actually, maybe I'll give it a go and it'll be fun. But the moment you guys have all been waiting for, I'm going to show what Magic Man looks like in the current day. Let me see whether I like this list. This DZ doesn't actually need to be here, but we're going to keep it for now. We can swap it out later. We're doing Ashen. We're Ashening through the whole thing. Every card's getting played twice. Still got creatives for money as we develop our board. Obviously the 3 illuminations. Got 2 in the groups, just a little bit of redundancy. Katorga is going to be another illumination. Draw, we've got the spree to start things off. We're down to 2 shore gambles, that's fine. We're blinging. We are blinging. The reason we're blinging is because it draws our whole deck. Questions? On the combo turn, this draws every card that we didn't previously get to play, so we don't need to start with all, like basically any number of illuminations in hand. Or we need to start with an illumination in hand. But 1 illumination in hand, we usually draw the whole deck and let us see every other illumination before and after we ashen. Gachapons work with the bling for tempo setup and basically allow us to curate the deck and get everything we need out on the combo turn without taking up our MU in the meantime. Simul chips, of course. We've got the classic Memory Diamond. No deck loves Memory Diamond as much as this one. I want 2 chromatophores, which I don't recommend except for the fact I've actually, on top of the conduit and oil, I've added a Gauss. And the reason why we were allowed to add the Gauss is because I have a stowaway. So if they play something like Tattoo Bowlers or Samaximon, I can Gauss through them. I don't need to hush all of them. Or chromatophores all of them. It used to be for every Samak, you had to chromatophores and hush it. And that was the same true of Tattoo Bowler. And I decided that there was too much Samak and too much Tattoo Bowler for that to be reasonable anymore. So we have a Gauss. And we can afford to use it because of Stowaway. Everything else we need to break for free. But Samak and Tattoo we break for 1 and get refunded. And I'm also on 3 read-write shares, and I've been getting more and more creative as to how I use these. Cyber Trooper and Nuka. I'm going to grab a glass of water, and then we're going to jump into a game of this. One moment. Stay tuned, don't go away. Okay. Now, I didn't put any Subway Surfers up, so I assume everyone is gone, but that's okay. I forgot to turn on save replay, so I just have to remember to save. Now, it's possible we just lose very quick. Oh no, this is a really good matchup for us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cybership's fine. Nuka's good. I think we keep this. I think a Nuka and a creative is like good enough. Now, editorial division doesn't win fast, which means they might just lose instantly to this deck. They also have no ice that causes us literally any degree of problems, except for like Pavanas because it's 6 strength. But Stowaway deals with it, so they need multiple Pavanas. Do I rewrite first, or do I throw away the oiler so we can get it back with Simulchat? We need some of your combo pieces you need in the bin, some of your combo pieces you need installed. I think we install Bling earlier rather than later. We're going to be using this read write for our premium combo pieces that are going to go back in the deck, and the next read write we install is going to be for our trash that we're going to get rid of. We can install this Pizza Chow. Nihilo Agent's going to get them some Fox. Are they going to over-install it and just say that removing a bad pub is fine? Because if that's what you're doing with your cards, that's completely okay by me. I'm simply not going to interact. Triple advance, huh? I guess I can draw again, just bin more stuff. And install chromatophores, I guess, or stowaway. This could be Witch Hunt, which would be a real pain. Maybe they just kill us or something, I don't know. Maybe it's a newer spike deck. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, JNet doesn't do a good job of multiple Trojans on one piece of ice. And unfortunately, there's not a way for me to like fix it substantially. Okay, they're over installing their ice, that's fine. Yeah, you can have my Gal, so you can have my Ashen. Mm-hmm. Draw. Nuka Creative. Install my Simul chip is probably good. Still a ways off winning here. Okay, now that Nihilo agent, I believe, gets trashed now. So I have to clear this tag because it's not going to get cleared for me. Host a card. Yeah, I'll host this Illumination, maybe? That's asking me to find the next one, so maybe I just host Stowaway? No. I don't need this DZ. Let's do you first. You. Remove tag. Install this. Simul chip. Grab this Peter Chow. Over here. Oh yeah, we're cooking. Oh, it's Jai. In between, says, are you enjoying Slay the Spire 2? I've not downloaded it yet because it says it doesn't work on Steam Deck. I was like, I could get it on my laptop, but I would like to play it on my Steam Deck or phone, and neither of those seem to be options for me. I loved Slay the Spire 1. I've played that game so much. I have beaten Ascension. Sure, okay. We just lost an Illumination, In the Groove, Muse, and Stowaway to score tomorrow's headline. End of the line. I guess that's a way to interact with the combo. It's not going to work for you. Yeah, my most recent interaction with Slay the Spire was I was trying to beat the game multiple times in a row. Wow, they'll trash 2 Peter Chow, so there's some idea that we're up to no good. So currently we need 3 Simul chips installed in order for this to make any sense. Okay, that's possible. Do I gamble and not get the install? No, you always get the install. Credit or draw? I just grab a Gachapon install, and I don't host the card because it might be important. Maybe that should be a read write. That should definitely have been a read write install. Yeah, so on Ascension 20, I was trying to get multiple wins with Silent in a row, and it was really hard. I'm decent. I'm not so good that I can like win streak super easily. And I was tweaking. When I got my win rate to like 20%, I was like, okay, if as long as I just keep playing at this level, I will eventually get it, right? Multiple in a row. 20% apparently does not mean they have to be sequential. Apparently you could just have insane intermittents just forever. No, not you. I need you. Can I host this illumination with read write share? Like on read write share? I can't, right? You may host one card from your grip face down. You may install hosted cards. You can play or install, so you can't, no. Oh, this was the only bad hit. That's really annoying. Probably don't need that much more MU than this. Okay, can we do it this turn? Is this the turn? There's one more illumination in the deck. I can pretty much guarantee draw it. I've only got one Chromatophores, but that's fine as long as I spree first. And the simul chip needs to hit. One simul chip needs to be on Euler, one simul chip needs to be on Pichichao, another simul chip needs to be on Pichichao. I don't have a in the groove, so I can't start this turn. Now I have in the groove. Do I install this read write? Sure. But I don't host anything on it, right? Or maybe I do. I can host this Gauss on it, and I can choose whether or not I use it. The tempo end of the line might have actually screwed us enough, but hopefully we can scrounge it together here. If we have to go with 2 Pichichao, that's really bad. There's no way they can afford to res all of this. I don't believe that. Well, do we have any bad pub? We got one bad pub. That's going to help. Do we care about drawing a card? Just host this. Garbage. This is garbage too. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have done that because I need to have it as an option for Gachapon. My bad. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. I need to pop this read write share to shuffle things back. What's the last card on my deck? The last card is Chromatophores. That's useful because it means I can start the run. So I play Pichichow and then I play Spree? Ping. Is this going to be a Gauss game? Lose to Skunk Void, no ice R&D? You just need to run it. That's fine. That's not a problem. This is a very, very difficult board state they've constructed for us. So let me grab... Am I Gaussing? If we're saying there's multiple pings, we do need Gauss. Let's just trash both of these. Then we can grab Gauss. Or Chromatophores. Let's do Chromatophores first. I'm not hosting things. Gaining a credit. Shuffling back. Ashen. Gauss. And Hush. Then Simulchip is going to pop to grab Euler. We don't want cards on top of our Blink still. And we're going to fully break that. Okay. We're going to Spree. This Chromatophores over here. Fully break Doom School, no problem. Still no problem. Piranhas is an issue because it costs us 2. But we do have a bad pub, and now we have a second bad pub. No, they removed a tag for it. But for doesn't cost us any more cards, so that's kind of fine. Okay, Now we need to think about how we're going to do this. We're going to Monkey Wrench is worse than the equivalent, which is Stowaway, and Stowaway is no influence, Lucy. It's worse than Stowaway in this case. Okay, so I need at least one Peter Chow back, so that's non-negotiable. I could also Gachapon again. I'm going to install... I guess I do install the Gauss. There's no hushing that matters. Which gains me a credit. And then I can shuffle back the rest. Then I can go for Peter Chow over here. I can gain a credit. I can grab Peter Chow. Or do I grab Chromatophores to make things easy? No, I need Peter Chow. Over here. Oh, insufficient NU. Okay, we're not Gaussing? How are we dealing with things then? No, we're not getting these feature clicks. I'm just doing this for the fun of it, for the love of the game. Okay, what are we doing here? How do we handle this? To some extent I can't let Doomskull fire, it's too much damage. I guess I just don't Simul Chip just yet. And then what, I'm Couture down R&D? So I can get my illumination. I've RFG'd a bit of my MU gainies as well. I can assume this is an agenda which is going to make things a little bit easier. I guess we just install Gacha. Then we can illuminate again. We're really running out of money though. It's costing me 2 each time I go through. It's so bad. This is all so bad. We may have messed this up. I could use another bad pub by running server 1. I'm potentially taking Witch Hunt. Yeah, this is I should have installed another T400 before starting this whole mess. I would be sailing smooth if I had another T400 right now. That's so funny. Oh, this deck is hard. Who would have thought? I'm going to install this Hush over here just to gain a credit, and then I'm going to install I'm going to over-install the Hush. No, what? That wasn't a paid ability either. Oh man, this is so complicated. I need to completely undo so I can illuminate. Unfortunately, I think this interaction just doesn't work on JNet, which is super annoying. But let's test it again. Is the general function of tag to tax the runner, and if you need to nail them for not paying the tax? Yeah, that's basically it. So this one I'm going to install on here to gain a credit. It's not working. This one I'm going to install over here, gain a credit. I want to trash Hush, but I think this does not work. I'm going to fix that by now I need to credit Ashen and figure things out. I did not find a illumination. I didn't find anything. I can install a Pizza Chow, which is pretty good. Maybe on server 2. Trashing, I think Gauss has to go. They can't afford to keep paying for you. You didn't go? Pizza Chow, overinstalling Gauss. So over here, overinstalling Gauss, done. Gain credit. Go back, you, Katorga, ritual, sure. Ping. I could get back my Gauss. I need to draw cards out. What do I need to gain credits and then just fix things next turn? Okay. This is the weirdest turn we've ever seen taken in Netrunner, but it is technically working. I do not have that which I need to win the game, but I can not run this R&D because I've only got 2 bad pub. I need 3. I can run it. It doesn't really give me much to run it just now. But I can indeed run it. I could conduit it. See if I can find more. More witch hunts? This turn is so weird, but kind of shows how like strange, how difficult it can be to get this to work. Okay, it's costing this 1 each time now. We got a witch hunt. It's free now. Okay. It's officially free. Which means I can... How many illuminations did I lose? 1 illumination. That's it. Please illumination. No. And then I just need to like gain credit, right? Right, now I'm done. I could run again, but it doesn't. I could run again, I have it bounce, and that doesn't actually really do anything. I will discard Hush and Pizza Chow, and Pizza Chow can live on this Piranhas. And gave me a credit. Conduit win was possible, but I only saw like 1 more card. Do I allow the shuffle? Which is just conduit shuffle, I guess. Or do I allow two bad publicity removes, which kind of... Yeah, I saw three new. Maybe that was just the line, just run again and find it. I really like the bad pub, but I also really like having my conduit installed and being able to afford to play the game. How much bad pub I've got? How much bad pub do I have? It doesn't say. Am I crazy? Two bad pub. You can shuffle a runner card into the stack, right? No, you have to just remove the bad pub, because if you shuffle in like an MU, then I also need treasure program, and that sucks. No, this does make everything expensive. So I get one back from the Milo agent. No, over installing. Damn, this player knows what they're doing, eh? Oh, and I have to flick on my Euler to be good again? Oh no. I could just slam HQ. Zero bad pub. I bet there's one on HQ. There's just gotta be. Vulture Fund. Oh, I think it's a spun it. Let me draw. Let's just cut it up. Don't know what this is. This turns into a very scrappy game, which is not the best showing. Now we have more MU. Trashing Cyber Trooper is fine. I don't think that is too bad. Spree could be useful. I really need more money. Chuck a stowaway over here. Do I host the top card on Bling? Probably. It was a card that I would have liked. Vulture Fund is lots of money. Adding Scapegoat. Maybe it was just like I let them shuffle in the conduit, and then I can like spree everything over to this remote and farm it with stowaway for my money, and then I just play. God, this game turned out so strange. What if Corp overinstalls? There's still a conduit in the deck, so if the counterplay is just to not ice R&D or just to over-install everything that you ever do, the deck can produce everything in one turn if it needs to. It's just slower to do it that way. End of the line to remove my tag is fine. What do I lose? Feature Child, Read, Write, Share, some rituals. That's, yeah, perfectly reasonable. Oh, hello, Illumination. Finally, by the way. I also don't know how Editorial Division ever wins. I don't know how anyone has ever won a game with its ID, but that's just me. I have RFG'd all of my MU, so I can't really go much bigger than this. So I guess I just install this Gachapon. Last card is Illumination, maybe? One Illumination over here, one Illumination RFG'd. So what it's like, simulchip my Euler, like in the groove, simulchip Euler, and then illuminate, like spree, so that I can move my chromatophores around where I need. You on 2 bad pod? I can get back whatever they shuffle. If they shuffle the conduit, it's kind of fine. I just like the bad pub. What's the value of running HQ or clicking for credits? It's hard to say. I know there's a lot of cards in their hand. It's worse because they have a spin doctor. Meaning that anything that they draw that they don't want to see, they can just spin away. Okay, so let's see how this turn goes. In the groove. Simulchip my Euler. In the groove gains me a credit. Here's the top card. Top card is either Illumination or thingy conduit, so no. Then spree, R&D. Bad pub. You can fully break. Bad pub. Now this costs me 4 now, unless I can do tricks. so I can't do it very many times. It's a piranhas. That's fine. I can use spree to grab this Pichu Chow over here. Yep. That gives me another bad pub as well to work with, but it's expensive. Oh, I'm 1 credit short of gachaponing for my actual conduit now, so this is just... Okay. Now I can muse for something. I could Katorga back my Cyber Trooper. I lost a Simul chip, so I can never flicker my Oiler again, which is super sad. Oh gosh, this is a tough turn. I've got 5. I do have 5 clicks, which is a lot. Yeah. Now, can I afford to illuminate? I could let a Piranha's Fire to save me 4. So they've got 3 bad pubs. This is free. This cost me 2. Tal says... I'll say Talu says when you install, so he needs to be present for it. You're an expensive little monster, aren't you? I'll go down to 6. They go down to 6. This currently ends the run if there are more cards in HQ. Let's check archives. Wow. Clean. How's it so clean? Okay, we've seen a lot of cards now, but they can remove one with a Nilo agent, that's fine. I wonder if they're going to give it back to us. Maybe they will. An installable, huh? Big Oppa. That's probably fine. Can they even kill us? They're definitely on Mindscapings, but like, surely they're only on like 1 Mindscaping, right? That doesn't matter. Mindscaping. I'm not really sure how they're planning on winning, but Mindscaping, scapegoat, scapegoat. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Okay. They're going to spin back their end of the line, are they? That does draw new cards that if they spin back end of the line, they won't be able to deal with the agendas that they might draw. Unleash? Yeah, could be an Unleash combo. Unleash still doesn't kill. You'd need to Unleash Mindscaping, but that's possible. I guess we credit up and get ready to... Because if we can get into here, we win, right? So... What's the play? Is it Muse for Hush? Hush this? Take some tags, walk through whatever this is. Okay, so I get into the groove, then Muse for Hush, and then just walk through here. That sounds good. Actually, do I even need to chromatophores this? Yeah, I guess I do. Piranhas. Oof, I can't quite break that, hey? Literally credits off. 2 credits off? There's nothing I can do, no tricks. I can match strength for 4, yeah. Sad. Okay. But if they don't score it, like they either kill us here, which they probably can do. Maybe they could probably only do 3 actually. They either kill us here, or they score out their agenda. Yeah, they found the end of the line they shuffled. Ah, we have a fan. How good. Yeah, so what did I mess up there? I definitely messed up the MU. Literally 2 more, like 1 or 2 more MU, and I OTK'd. So I need to respect MU more. I did win on time 13 minutes ago, that's true. That was a crazy long game. I'm like, kind of tired. I should have just taken longer. They were not threatening anything serious. I was only scared of Witch Hunt, which I guess is what the point of the card is, to make me scared. But yeah, so I should have just taken more time. I should have installed more MU before going off. Okay, Bling and 2 T400s, or I need +3 MU. It's just the fact of it. I just need +3 MU. Do you guys want to see one more? I maybe have energy for one more game. Maybe have energy for one more game if people want to see more Magic Man. I don't know whether this is good content because it's really niche and slow and difficult. And I'm basically just pondering. I could play one more Magic Man game, or like I could happily play any other deck as well. Any requests? Yeah, the Magic was not in the air that game. To be fair, like it wasn't the deck's fault. If I was just better at the deck, I definitely won that game, 100%. Poetry again or something new? I could play another poetry. I think I haven't done poetry justice. Like the fact I lost a game is like pretty devastating to me because that's not normal. I'll play another poetry. I also forgot to record this. And I forgot to save replay on that Magic game. Oh, okay. So this is what we're doing, I guess. All of the Vantage Point runner cards sucked so much that everyone is just playing Seb. This isn't keepable, right? Like it doesn't do anything. Holy shit, I lose. I just lost. Yeah. Okay. All is not well. We're pricing to a steel skin pricing into Audrey, I guess, and we just like fold completely. Or Hannah, and we also fold. Amanuensis. Okay. To crew. We'll trash our train and just save it later, right? What does Seb have trouble against? Seb actually sucks into Leo because Leo deck is like mostly ice. Look at the bright side. We have all the agenda points we need to win. Yeah, a very jammable hand is what they call it. And I do love a jammable hand. Oh, I forgot to end my turn. Unfortunately, the path to victory is not super clear. Soul is not well because we're going to be losing, but Seb is good. Seb doesn't like insta lose to anyone. I think his matchup to Leo is really bad because the ice is, yeah, we are going to lose. The ice is big and strong. And they have so much of it that it doesn't really matter that they are good at trashing it. They simply can't trash the amount that they have, and they can't get in at critical times. I wonder whether Seb is going to be good into Malaeus, who can like recur. Recur things, right? Maybe they can recur their tattoo bowlers there. Um, they're probably not running some maximum, but Seb struggled a little bit into Alka. It was okay, but it was not great because they were running 3 Max a lot of the time, and that was tough. Yeah, solidarity badge. We could concede. We'll keep playing a little bit. Maybe I can like ice archives soon. But then we're just not winning, right? We're so not winning if we ice archives. It's the more aggressive Seb list that's running Price. Not all of them are, but it is good. It is so fast. Manuel is probably not the pick. What was trashed? Well, I guess if you're trashing Manuensis, Manuel, privilege access, it is the pick. Okay, maybe we do win. Maybe they've just lost all their privilege accesses. No, they still have them. They still have more. Any other decks beside Leo that Seb loses to? Probably Alco. I think Alco's tough. It does a lot of damage and draws really fast. Oh god. Do I have to... I just have to like sacrifice this drafter, yeah? Maybe I don't and then I trash their Arcosaurus crew. I think this is over, right? Does it cost them anything at all? I guess it does. There's still 3 strength, so I still have to use the Devil Charm, spend 2 on the crew, and then spend 2 on Working Prototype, which is like an amount of money. But then they get amanuensis, we can't punish them for it. Well, we don't need to ice archives just yet. So we can take our time and maybe find a fully up so we can get back in the game. But we could probably also concede. Alco, yeah. No one's playing Alco at the moment because it kind of got no new cards, but it's still probably like one of the best decks, if not the best Corp deck. Just like a measured response Alco list. Hasn't lost anything, right? I'll res sleep now. Who cares, right? Shuffle. Let's shuffle this train away. Not exactly fixing our problems, but... Oh my god, can I have a card, please? Can I have a card that does anything? What else does Seb struggle with? I wonder whether he's bad into like editorial division because they just run all the kill cards, so you just have to play differently. I think editorial division's really bad, so probably it's a perfectly fine matchup. What am I doing with my life? Am I giving them a Largo trigger? Probably. For no reason. Like, these cards don't do anything. Oh my god. Um, Whew. Yeah, well, like the issue, you run into problems with Seb if you're running like a normal amount of ice and you need each one to count, like this deck does, because once they go, it's hard to get them back, right? Um, and you run into. I think I have to protect this because otherwise they get that fox. Until we find flop, we are just not playing. They haven't found Audrey yet because they installed amanuensis after that. I also haven't found a single thing that does anything. Working prototype was my only one, which is bad. Seb seems to do well into AU, at least on the World's Meta. Apparently, it's Ob's Wiki. I saw the stat that he performed bad into his wiki, which I did not understand, but apparently is true. I'm like, hey, that's cool. Really weird fact to me. Yeah, let's just do this to get stuff installed. Let's install Mega Pre and Server 4 maybe. Yeah, okay, and they draw 3. Noted, noted, noted. Okay, that's good. We are going to lose still by a lot, but it's good. It's good. How many is Zeb? Apparently, like enough for it to be statistically significant. Um, and like it was by enough of a margin. Like what it wasn't like a 51% thing. I think it was quite bad. Which is I would have thought that that matchup would suck because you like Zuki doesn't run that much ice and they need it to matter. And it's all suspiciously chisel charm crew shaped, right? But apparently it's just fast enough and runs enough kill that it works. I don't fully understand why it was the case, but yeah, I don't know what the number was. Okay, we're getting transferred. I can't raise my mech. Can I duck in other ways? Yeah, I can. But they've got Audrey down now, so I can maybe leave. Another flop would like give me a reason to maybe keep playing. No, yeah, over 100, Seb's wiki seems unlikely to me too. So maybe it's just variance. Um, and the matchup is not like like good, but showed up in data. Yeah, this gets commanded. Did they trash that? They spent 3 to trash that manic arm. They're kind of broke now, hey? That's good for me. I don't know what I'm going to do about it because they've still got two more transfers. So if I triple click, oh, they've got one more transfer. But yeah, no, there's Zuki was so underplayed though. Like I think Zuki was really good, but it's so simple and it's so like fundamentals that people I think found it uninteresting. I think he's doing tricks for no reason now. Popping Hannah to just play Hannah is not especially good. I wonder if you can adjust PD to lean on wage workers nano. You can in PD run the fast advanced tools for sure. I think poetry has to be more all in on asset sticking, which is going to win the matchups that suck into assets harder. Why are you bothering with us? This is annoying and expensive for you, no? I guess you got strike funds in hand? Got one strike fund? You really want to take the tag so you can get the amanuensis? Pull it through? It's fine, I guess. Thanks. Do I just purge here? No. Draw. Credit, credit. If they transfer me, they transfer me, right? They will transfer me, but I could have maybe trashed crew. I'm just gonna lose. I just don't have any money. And I will just never have any cards that do anything. Uh Zuki is obsolete by Nuvum. Well, like maybe I think Nuvum was more fun, and I liked Jai's list, like a lot of people did. Okay, so I was intending on demonstrating how good this deck was today. Then half the games that I played were against Seb with no new cards, which is fine because this was going to be a very real deck forever. I don't hate it. I enjoy playing it occasionally, but it truly is exactly the same as it was. And the matchup is unwinnable. I don't actually expect to see it that much, but not just fun, but Newham is better on power level, and I don't think it's even close. I actually disagree. I think it feels better, but I'm not so sure. True, the other Seb was on Daily Cast, which debatably is not an especially good Seb card. But, they were on it. It did just win in Scotland. Oh, okay, so there's a reason why everyone's playing it. But, Newham is okay. I think Zwicky was, like, good and unplayed. I saw several Nuvums at Worlds running either Jai's list or something close to it, but I didn't have any trouble with any of them, I don't think. Whereas Zwicky, I didn't see any of, even though it's a really good deck. You could probably still build a very good Zwicky deck. I don't know if Zwicky got any new tools. I don't think Zwicky is like Myoshuing or anything like that. Um, Much to think about. I don't know. But it's true. The other, what's the Scotland list? Let me bring up. Is it published? You even got Toxin. Okay. They got Event Horizon. That's what they got. That's a good card. They got Event Horizon. UK Discord, hey? Let me look that up. Oh, actually, my fiance's home, and I was just tired, so... Okay, I'm gonna head off. Ban Basalt, and maybe Zuki can compete. Zuki likes Basalt. Like, everyone likes Basalt. Anyway, Orb is probably the best deck. The best, both the best Wayland deck and maybe just the best Corp deck. And I don't even know what it looks like, it just will be. Thank you guys for showing up. It was fun. Good way to pass the time, at the very least. Kind of got bodied that stream by... Well, I guess I went 2-2. But the point of the deck is that this deck is really good, and it only loses to one deck that barely anyone plays. And then half of the games are against that exact list. But, you know, you can only do what you can do. My fiance just got back from kayaking, would you believe it? So I have much to talk about. Also, canoeing?
Technically, because it has a skirt.
Canoeing because it has a skirt. Did you have a skirt?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you get wet?
Yeah.
Cool.
You had to go upside down and bail.
You went upside down?
Yeah, and then someone rescued you.
She was upside down. All right. See you guys. Have a good evening or morning because I have international people. How fun is that? Bye.